if you can identify that what you're experiencing is anger, then I would suggest, and by the way, these suggestions are not meant to be the only possible thing that would work. These are just some suggestions, but try them out and see if these are helpful to you. If you can identify that what you're experiencing is anger, then ask yourself, is this important? Or you could ask yourself, what do I want through this that's even more important? That's probably a more powerful question, actually. So I'll give you an example. Let's say that my spouse has an expression on her face, and I've made an association with that as a threat to my survival, but I also think I can overcome this. So I'm experiencing anger. How dare you have that expression? How dare you think these things? Like I can read her mind. How dare you think these things? How dare you judge me the way that I judge myself? How dare you? Okay. So then I could ask myself, what do I want through this that's even more important? Right. So I'm wanting, on the surface, I'm wanting this person to change their mind or acknowledge how wonderful I am or whatever. Okay. And what do I want through that that's even more important to me? I don't know, love, connection, peace, happiness, something like that, maybe. Okay. So then I can then, once I recognize what it is that I'm wanting that's more important, I could put my attention on that. I could ask myself, how might I allow myself to experience that which I really want? So it's not about suppression. It's not about saying I'm going to suppress the anger. It's just about acknowledging that there's no actual threat, right? Nobody's trying to kill me. I've made an association where I linked something that's happening as a threat, but it's not actually a threat. What I'm perceiving this as a threat that I could overcome. So I'm experiencing anger, which creates this aggressive tendency. And I can acknowledge that, but I could actually recognize, what is it that I'm wanting through this movement? What's the outcome that I really want here? Let me start to actually use this energy toward that. So it's sort of like, you think about sort of like Aikido, right? So in Aikido, you use the opponent's attack. You can use that energy and redirect it. So it's similar. There's this energy that's been activated. Okay, so it's been activated as fear or as anger, and so it has a direction. But I can pause, I can slow down, I can recognize that there's no real threat. So I have this space to respond consciously to what's happening. I can recognize what is the movement that's already happening, right? So if it's fear, then that movement is away from, and I'm wanting to move that toward what I want. If the movement is anger, it's this aggression toward something, I want to move that toward what I really want, instead of this short-term thing of like, how dare you, I'm going to prove to you that I'm right. I want to move that, redirect it toward what I really want. So it's not a suppression of the energy. It's actually freeing up that energy and redirecting it toward what it is that I really want. That's all I got, really. That's just an introduction to this. Like I said from the beginning, this is not something that you're going to hear it and then it's likely to change everything overnight. It's something that you actually have to work with. But check it out. Just see if what I propose to you actually matches your experience. See if what I propose to you actually is helpful for you. I think it will be, because like I said, I've worked with this quite a lot. It was very, very extraordinarily necessary for me. It still is, but I mean, early on, it was like life or death, literally. And so I know that it's very powerful. I know that it's truthful as far as it goes, and I've seen this help many people over the years. So try it out, and then let me know your results.